This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press here at Metroflex Gym with Coach Antonio McKee ahead of his son AJ's fight against Patricio Pitbull on April 15th. Antonio, we got a big rematch, we got a lot of business. We need to talk, I need some of the tea though. How the hell did you end up in Jake Paul's music video?
Well, when your son is famous, that makes you famous. So Jake Paul hit me up to be in the video, and knowing our issue with Dana and the whole pay structure of the UFC, I thought it would be a great opportunity. And I didn't think what better person could he have had than me? So that's why that happened.
What was the whole experience like, being on set? How was Jake? How was all that behind the scenes stuff? I think people are curious.
Jake Paul's a good dude. He's a smart man. He's a good marketing guy. Everything he's doing makes sense to me because I understand the bigger picture of the sport. But the fact that he's able to do it and get into and break the barriers that he's breaking is amazing. I think we need more fighters like that at the highest levels to make the change in the sport.
I think, final question on that. People keep asking, is it genuine? Does he mean it? Is this really for the fighters, or is he just trying to chase that cloud a little bit? You were around him. Do you feel that genuineness, like, hey, we're doing a video, I know what it's like, but I'm really in it to actually help a lot of people? Did you feel that?
Yeah, you know what I see? He's a natural guy. He seems like he wants what's best for the fighters, but even if it's not for the fighters, what's best for himself, and that he is a fighter. So the fact that he's able to do what he do, I just appreciate it, and I look forward to working with him in the near future if possible.
Now, you guys have obviously done a lot of work so far here at Metroflex, Team Bodyshop. Now your son has the strap. How do you keep pushing after you've reached such an incredible milestone, obviously?
Well, after maybe 4 or 5 title defenses, that's when we'll know, that we're the best. But we have to solidify it by beating him up again. Like I said, this is an easy fight. The easiest fight of all the fights is for him to go out there and beat him again. So they want to pay us to do easy work. We like that.
Now, how much talk was there? I asked AJ a little bit, let's make this fight at 155. Let's try to get some other stuff. Ultimately, what did they tell you guys? It's like, that's just not our plan.
Well, they didn't say it wasn't their plan. It's just things just work out differently. His brother, won the belt at 155. He relinquished it. His brother got a title shot and won. Again, I think they're working on solidifying the legacy of the Pitbull family, which is great. And in that legacy, you're going to have the defeat, the spike in the road to the Pitbull family, which is the McKees. We're going to constantly be a threat. We're going to constantly keep evolving, getting better and better and better. And so as far as I'm concerned, we're the 145-pound champ, and we're the 155-pound champ.
So you're going to be the 90s Bulls to Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, and everybody of the Pitbulls. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you know your football, huh?
My basketball, but yeah.
There you go. That's what I mean. I got hit a lot today.
Talk to me a little bit about just preparing for this one. Obviously, the fight goes so quick, so good in one round. What do you really do in terms of that lab work, in terms of bettering this, improving this, and everything else?
Well, we never really seen Pitbull as a threat. Anyway, it was more of an accomplishment for him. He wanted to put that notch on his belt. For me, we're just going to repeat the same situation that we did, and we're going to continue to train to get better. We don't train for certain fights. We train to get better every fight. And I think you guys have all witnessed that in all of his fights. Pound for pound, he's the best fighter in the world, and I think people need to wake up and give the man credit's due. He's earned his dues. He's sacrificed 5 years of his life. He had knee surgery. He's done everything that he's supposed to do to be recognized as one of the best fighters in the world by beating everybody in the tournament. And he walked through the tournament hands down and finished everybody. That, regardless of what someone may think personally, you can't take facts away from facts.
Now, our last fight, it seemed like there was a little, I'm not saying you guys were Conor and Khabib out there, but there was a little bit of noticeable tension. The teams, obviously, a little bit like you and his coach, Eric, and everything. Going into this one, is it just chill? Is it all business because you already went through that rodeo?
No, we want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. But at the end of the day, you will get humility. You will get respect. But when we're getting up to the fight, it's a doggy-dog's world, and we're dogs. So we're trying to conquer the world. And I think where we're at, the position that we're in right now, and what we've been through and what we had to do to get here, you better put some respect on the McKee's last name.
You see a lot of people in the fight game. I'm actually a little curious. When you see Pitbull's head coach out there and he's got his outfit on, holding the belts, he's certainly part of the show too. I mean, what's your reaction to that? Because obviously you take a very different approach too.
No, this is a business for me. I'm a professional coach. I'm a professional trainer. Just happens to be my son is one of the best fighters in the world. And you know what? I don't need to be flamboyant. I don't need to do all of that stuff for attention. But again, that makes Pitbull even more marketable because Pitbull is a great champion, ex-champion. He doesn't really draw. He's just a great guy. He's a human being. He's a good father. He doesn't really put excitement about. You don't go home talking about Pitbull. You're gonna go home talking about the McKees, whether it's me or my son.
Another question, talking about AJ at 155. He's gotten older. Obviously, the muscle stays on. You guys are working out hard here at Metroflex. I mean, can you talk a little bit about improving that weight cut as he's gotten a little older, a little bigger, and everything else?
You know what? For him to make 45s it's tough, but the good thing about it is he knows what it's like to go through it. This ain't no new rodeo. He's mentally prepared to die in that cage, and so physically, when we get in there, we're operating at 100%. But the weight cut's not that big of a deal. It's just, lean muscle and just hydrate up correctly the next day. We're good to go.
My final question, I asked him a little bit, this fight in San Jose compared to Los Angeles, is it nicer, is it easier because there's less distractions going into fight week? Less people are bugging for tickets because they're not making the drive up to NorCal?
Yeah, it's a little easier, but we sold over $200,000 worth of tickets this last show. And so for us to go fight in San Jose, I really didn't understand the point of it, but I know we need to fight. So you know what? It's just easy work for us now. It's easy work. Easy work.
Coach Antonio, we're looking forward to this one as always. Best of luck on April 15th.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Love.